Jaron Boots Ennis. A lot of people think Jaron Boots Ennis is a successor for Terence Crawford. They call him Terence Crawford 2.0. The only problem I have with Boots Ennis as a boxing fan is I want to see that talent against tougher competition, not tune-ups. Now, as far as his Mount Rushmore fighters, I think it's pretty silly to knock him for that because he don't have Terence Crawford on there. That does not mean he hates Terence Crawford. Remember, Mount Rushmore only has 4 spots. It's been a lot of great fighters in the past decades. But anyway, I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Let's listen to a couple of clips of Boots Ennis, then I'll respond.
50, you know, I'm gonna say it's like 60-40 Crawford. I mean, not Crawford, 60-40 Canelo, or 70-30 Canelo. You know, Canelo been at the weight, he been fighting bigger guys, so he kind of like used to being at the weight. So I would lean more towards Canelo, but you know, I think you know Crawford could have a chance, you know, but I would lean more towards Canelo though.
All right, so you know they'll kill me if I don't ask you, right?
What?
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford wins unanimous decision victory.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the fight?
I was trying to stay up. It was getting too late, y'all. It was like, I think by the time they came on, it was like probably like 1 o'clock or something like that.
It was like 1 and some change.
I trained twice that day. I was like, I'm gonna just try to stay up. And the fight before that was.
And Billy Martinez.
I was watching like 1 or 2 rounds of that. They was going at it. Though I wanted to fall asleep. I'm like, yo, I can't stay up no longer. I just wanted to fall asleep. But that was a great one for Crawford. Go fight for boxing. I seen some highlights on the gram and stuff. It was a good one. It was a good one. You know, he accomplished a historic goal and good one for him.
Were you surprised about the outcome?
I mean, it's boxing. Anything happen, you know. So good one for him.
Now, the Boots Ennis and Terence Crawford comparison reminds me of Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I will explain in a minute. But as far as Boots Ennis falling asleep before the fight started or whatever, I wasn't at the house. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't at the house with him, so I wouldn't know if he fell asleep or not. But he did call Canelo up, according to reports, that he called Canelo up and said he would help him spar to get ready for Terence Crawford. So he did help Canelo get ready for Terence Crawford. Didn't do any good. But I wonder if Canelo would have won that fight, would Boots Ennis say the same thing? Would he have the same energy? See, it's hard for me to believe, and just my opinion, like I said, I wasn't there, that Boots Ennis fell asleep in the Crawford-Canelo fight. Could you imagine if Canelo won that fight, what they were saying about Boots Ennis? Oh, Boots Ennis is the antidote to Terence Crawford. When they saw this picture, Canelo fanboys, they thought the fight was over. They thought Boots was the antidote for Terence Crawford. Now they both switch hit, and this is as close as you're gonna get to Terence Crawford. But the IQ and the heart are not the same. It goes back to my LeBron James, Michael Jordan comparison. Michael Jordan is my GOAT, right? LeBron, probably one of the most talented players we ever seen in the NBA. They're two different players. Jordan was an assassin. LeBron was more of a facilitator. He did not have the same killer mentality that Michael Jordan had. And I think Boots is the same as LeBron James. Very talented, very flashy, but he does not have the killer instinct. Now, LeBron James has proven he's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Boots Ennis has not proven he was a great fighter yet. I don't know Boots hates Terence Crawford, but I think he idolized him. He tried to do the same thing at 147 that Terence Crawford did. He couldn't get it done. Now he's trying to go to 154 wearing all the belts. He's trying to be better than Terence Crawford is. Terence Crawford is not making it easy for him. Terence Crawford is still fighting. He wants to collect more belts. He's already a 3-division undisputed champion, 5-division champion, and Crawford only has 7 or 8 more fights than Boots had. You can't make this stuff up. I don't think Boots hates Terence Crawford like that. I think Boots hates being compared to him because Terence Crawford is an all-time great and Boots is not there yet. Not a Boots fan or hater, just my opinion.
I try my best tonight and I just cannot figure out the style. You know what, sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And no, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Canelo Alvarez holds the #1 spot in 3 out of the 4 sanctions. The only one that didn't rank him #1 is IBF. Canelo will be going through surgery. It seems like he goes through a surgery with every loss. But this time it's elbow surgery. We already saw the knee, we already saw the wrist, and now it's the elbow. And that's from wear and tear. In life, 35 is not old. And in boxing, pretty much 35, you still got guys in their prime. But Canelo's been fighting since he's been 15 years old. So his 35-year-old body is more like a 40-plus-year-old body. I have a lot of respect for Canelo. He took his loss like a G. He didn't make any excuses. But some of the Canelo fanboys are a problem. Look at this guy. Canelo needs elbow surgery. And he says, yeah, I knew something was not right. So the Canelo fans want a rematch. But the question is, do Canelo want a rematch? When I heard that post-press conference, it did not sound like Canelo wanted another fight with Terence Crawford, which most of his opponents, Terence Crawford's opponents, they don't want a second round with him. So we'll see what Canelo says. But this guy right here thinks the whole fight was a scam. You know what? These guys are still crashing out. They cannot believe Canelo lost to Terence Crawford. And they said, I knew it was a fixed fight because Canelo didn't complain. Canelo didn't complain because he knew he lost. And he lost to a great fighter. Terence Crawford and Canelo have big respect for each other. It's just these fans getting away. I have dudes at my job watching this fight over and over again to see if Canelo lost. I mean, over and over again, like 8 or 9 times. And then they say, well, it was a close fight. That's all they can come up with. They did not say Canelo won. But if Canelo thinks he can win a rematch, believe me, he's going to take it. But do you notice, as a boxing fan, not a fanboy, as a boxing fan, every loss Canelo has had, there's been no rematch. And for some reason, I don't think it's going to be a rematch this time either. He said he couldn't figure out the style. His body, he couldn't get his body to do what he wanted to do. So that tells me right there, he's done with Terence Crawford. But we'll see. Things change. He might get surgery, have a couple of months off. He may rethink things and want a rematch with Terence Crawford. And I know Terence Crawford will give it one. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Beezy, I'm gone.